center, and I'm going to just cover it up.
Take it down just a little bit more.
If straw gets in there, that's fine. It'll just break down. And then I'm going to gently bend my stem and then mound the soil around it.
Go to YouTube Studio. Hey, come on in, everybody. Content. I'm happy you're here. Content. Hello. My computer, my PC froze. Let me see if I can get it on my cell phone. It's not showing up. Hi, Yankee sister. How you doing? I'm live, but okay, I think it's going to show me now. It kind of stalled a little bit on my PC. Got it. It's a little blurry, but it's here. I'm sure it'll pick up better. Hi, Lorraine T. Good evening. Wanda Walker. Hey, Miss Nina. Thank you for coming in. Yankee sister I spoke to. Thank you, Cheryl McCord, Vicki Owens, Tia. Thank you for being here. Deborah White, Wanda Walker. I already spoke to. Thank you so much. Guys, it's been over a year since I've been to church. I've been, watching online. I've been to the doctor once for a physical checkup to get my meds. Other than that, I don't go anywhere. And I'll venture out to pick up my meds, or I went to the Dollar General once. They didn't have anything for gardening in my area, and I think I might have went to Dollar General with Bria. And so I'm basically all the time with sweatpants and a t-shirt in the garden, and I have all these clothes. So I said, well, at least I can dress up a little bit for my subscribers on Monday night. And I'm telling you, Bria went back to school, and her brother, so I don't have her company anymore during the day. Some days I go the whole day without talking to an adult. So I look forward to our Monday night chats. Connect. It was buffering, but it came back. So I was wondering, did any of you know the name of the software that you can put on your PC and pin a comment? Oh, you're welcome, Antia. And fall out tonight. It is your fault. Oh, okay, you got the peace one. Yeah. Since you no. I think I sent you lemongrass. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. But all of the candles that I make are very calming. I didn't do like I did the last time, have all these signature scents and It just makes it easy. Thank you, best yet. Good to see you. And so I just, peppermint helps you with, breathing issues. And I make the eucalyptus candle, and you guys know that's good for allergies and sinus issues. I do lavender because it makes you relax and calm you and will help you sleep. And then, of course, my signature scent, Peace. And it is lemongrass, lavender. And by the way, you can burn those outside during the summer because they are mosquito repellent. And then I add the hibiscus to it. Who is that? Charlene Hornsley, thank you. Hey, Angel Loves Garden and Cocktails. Girl, you know you a bad lady. I really enjoy your videos. And Stinky Puddle Ranch. I was trying to find you today. Did I comment on one of your videos, Stinky Puddle Ranch? Thank you so much. I'm not going to do it, girl. I'm not going to let nobody bring me down. Okay, hey, BB. And that's my next order, candles, Lorraine T. I appreciate it. Anybody that order 2 candles or more tonight in separate scents, I'm going to do what I did a couple weeks ago. I'll send you a free hand sanitizer. So, best yet, would you put that in your candle, knock your husband out. Oh, it is calming. See, I'm going to tell you why I know. I probably shared this with you all. I have a sleeping disorder. Okay, and it's not sleep apnea. It is something I've been doing all my life. And I sleep 4 hours in a row. And I may wake up and read until I make myself fall asleep again, use the bathroom, whatever. And then I can go back to sleep another hour, wake up. But I don't sleep like normal people. And and I was like that as a kid. Now, and when I get excited about something or worried about something, I won't sleep that much. Now, my son, who's in the hospital, he's not in the hospital now, he's in rehab. And when I say rehab, people automatically think drugs. So that's what I heard when I heard people going to rehab. But rehab is like a hospital where they monitor you and give you PT, physical therapy. And it's a long story. I'm going to tell a little bit of it. I hope he doesn't mind. Nope, he not going to mind because he put on Facebook. Like me, he inherited kidney disease. But his generation, it came sooner. Usually we get it in our 50s and our 60s. My son got polycystic kidneys. He's a teacher and a coach. And during the snowstorm, he couldn't get to dialysis in time. And when he did go, when they opened back up, he was in the recliner having dialysis. And he said he felt like he was going to pass out. So he called for the nurse or the lobotomist, I think is what they called him. He was getting ready to pass out. He woke up the next day in the hospital. He had a fractured shoulder. It's shattered. And his whole, that was on the right side, I believe. Yeah, left side. And on his right knee, the whole, I don't know if it's called tendon or ligament, tore completely off. Now, this is the thing. They have cameras in the dialysis center. They said he didn't fall. They called the ambulance and they transported him to the hospital. Between the ambulance and him getting in the emergency room, somebody dropped him. The orthopedic surgeon said that the type of fractures that he had on opposite sides and the amount of damage to his body, he had to be elevated and turned over and dropped. Maybe his knee hit and then his shoulder hit. But they're hiring a private investigator. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I shouldn't say we. He's my son. He's 40 years old, but he's a married man. His wife and him are going to handle that. Somebody knows, and there is no ambulance report, and nobody's saying anything. He also has another condition that started with his hemoglobin not producing enough, I think, red blood cells. So they had took him off of one of his medications because he's a teacher and the insurance rolled over. It was a different company and they hadn't approved it. And so he had to have 5 blood transfusions before they could get him stabilized. Now, through all of this, I've been to see him on the phone every day, but I still go back and forth with my normal routine and try not to let you all see it. But I think I mentioned last Monday night, pray for my son. But anyway, he's in rehab, and he's having his physical therapy, and they took the staples out of his knee, and I'm telling you, the incision was about that long. It was a severe injury. They said he could not have walked into dialysis with that knee like that. He fell somewhere. Somebody knows, and we're going to find out. And so when he was at the hospital, they transferred him to this real big room, where people have broken backs and stuff, and you can elevate your leg and everything. And his doctor came in, and he said, "Hey, Trey, how did you get in the presidential suite?" Something happened, either at the hospital or en route to the hospital. But we'll find out. So please, guys, pray for him. It's been heavy on my heart. I want to start off by saying, I lost my train of thought. If you do order 2 candles or more, separate scents, you don't have to put nothing in your description. I would definitely send you the hand sanitizer. And that is going to expire tomorrow night at 12 o'clock, midnight. And this is for all my YouTube subscribers. Thank you, Andrea, Jean, Dudley, Angels Love, Auntie's Guard, and all of you prayer warriors. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't care how old your children get. I don't care if they married, they got children of their own. They still your babies. They still your babies. And we have to pray that God provide a fence of protection all around them. I pray for my kids every day. I'm on a prayer line. It's a group of prayer warriors. My brother spearheaded. He's a pastor in Indiana, and y'all know that's where I'm from. And it's been 10 years that we've been doing this prayer line. And we specifically call out people's name in prayer. So there's so many people praying for my son, Trey. I told him, man, you just don't know how many people praying for you. And so that's what I do at 7 o'clock in the morning. And we usually get off by 7:30. Okay. And thank you, Auntia, praying for the truth to be revealed. We know by the Lord's stripes he's healed. He's just got to go through the recovery process. They can't put a cast on your shoulder. So they put it in the sling and you have to let it mend and do physical therapy. I saw him doing it on Facebook today, And yesterday was the first day he could get up with the assistance of a walker, I think, and go to and take a shower, and they covered the boot up, with a plastic garbage bag. But anyway, I didn't mean to go on that long, guys. I humbly apologize. But I've been holding this in. And so it felt good for me to get that out. And it makes me feel even better knowing that you all want to pray for him. Okay? So I'm going to go see him tomorrow. And they're going to have people come into the home. And he's on FMLA. He and his wife are teachers. And they're not, she may go back in a week or so. But he won't be able, the doctor said he'll be out for the whole year. And he's a coach too. And so he's really like mad and missing it because he loves to coach young children. Okay. Angela Bolden is here. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming in, Gardner 99. Myra McLean. Girl, I know you a prayer warrior. I almost emailed you and told you to tell you to please pray for my son. Then I said, no, I'll wait for a few more days. And I just got to talking to him before I put my computer on. Thank you, Blessed too, for telling me I don't have to apologize. You are so right. Mary Campbell, Andrea Lucas, Whole New Perspective, Barb Brownlee, Deborah White, Carlson World, and Lavender Lady, Auntie's Garden. I love that name, Auntie's Garden. I like Auntie's name too. Jean Dudley, I think I spoke to everybody else. Andrea Lucas, I think I spoke to you. If I didn't, guys, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overlook you. Woo, I'm trying to get myself together. Oh, okay. You all remember me telling you about that GoPro 9, top of the line. You can go swimming, deep sea diving. You can be riding a horse and it still be still. Your hand can be shaking like this in your video. Pay a lot of money for this camera. All in all, with the Sims card, it's not over here, but I have like extra battery pack, and you can plug this into the camera and then, no, you take the Sims card and you put it out. This is something else. This is for my iPhone, but I'm getting ready to sell it. I never made a video on it. It probably got a couple little, you know, greasy hands prints on it, but if anybody interested, before I put this on eBay, you can email me. And Tia, if you put my email address on there and make me an offer. And I've got $500 in it because I also have, and I can transfer it to you, I paid $100 for the insurance. In case you break your camera, you can get 3 replacements within that year. And the reason why I'm selling it is because it's too complicated for me. I've tried and I've tried, and I just can't go through all of this just to make a video. Okay? Hi. Who is that? Somebody just spoke to me. How you doing? But anyway, Auntia, make me an offer. My son said start off at $400, Mama, because you got $500 invested, over $500 invested in it. So, hi Denise Backyard Garden. I want to let everyone know that this will be a waste of money. I have mine that was gifted, but I purchased one of the past for my godmother. They burn so fast and they smell amazing. Oh, will not be a waste of money. You're talking about the candles. I'm going to say, this ain't no waste of money. The reason why I bought this because the big shot YouTuber content creators were saying this was the way to go. And I have all the accessories, you know, the selfie stick and everything. I got top of the line. I said, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a real nice one. So if anybody interested, email me until you put it on. Lady Cheryl's Natural Products at gmail.com. Because if I don't sell it to one of you all, I'm going to list it on eBay. Hi, Bree. Nice to see you. So this is for a young person. This is not for somebody 66 years old. You know, it has all these different things that it can do. And it's just a little bit too much for me. I haven't tried using it yet. Oh, okay. Which one do you have, Bree? You made my eyes get big. What are y'all talking about? Okay, and I'm glad that Best Yet brought that out about the candle and knocked her husband out. These are not synthetic or manufactured scents. All of my candles, and my product line too, all of them have essential oils. Okay, I'm gonna go get something so I can show you right now. Back still a little sore, but he's doing better. Here's the lavender candle that I do. And you can see it has the little top. Whew, so it keeps the scent in. And it's made of soy wax, not the cheap paraffin. And then 100% cotton coil candle that has a coil in between it. So it doesn't put out a lot of soot, and the wax burns very clean. You guys know I had cancer in 1992. I'm a survivor. So I don't burn paraffin, something that's going to be putting carcinogenics in the air. I'm going to tell you a story real quick about my aunt. She smoked. But she lived the right age. I think she's about 83, 84. But they say in her apartment, from the cigarettes, it goes up or it goes down. It was just like a ring around where, for years she was in the same apartment. That stuff gets in your lungs, too. Okay? So that's my candle. 10 ounces, a top. It will burn non-stop for 50 hours, but I don't suggest you do that. But it lasts a long time. Now, this is what I got up to get, because I just got an order in. See that? I don't know if that light is showing it or not. But these are pure essential oils. They're very potent. You can't just rub them plain on your skin. So I measure each ingredient. And the hibiscus is the most expensive oil of all. 2 milliliters is $25. Yep, they're expensive. So you pay for what you get, or you get what you pay for. One of those. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when I say that the peppermint, you're not going to be smelling no artificial. Hey, how many of you had real peppermint candy, and then you get that little cheap peppermint with the artificial flavor in them little candy canes you put on your Christmas tree or your gift bags, and then somebody has some real peppermint and you taste it, it's just delicious. That's the difference in having it made with essential oil and food grade and a flavor. So enough about that. So if you go to my website, and it's on here, and it'll be back on the replay, because Best Yet put it there. And if you're interested in the GoPro 9, that is the latest camera they have out, you can go swimming with it. Serious. And just email me, make me an offer, and we'll work something out through PayPal. Okay. So that special is on to midnight. Now I'm going to get into a couple of things. A couple of emails that I got, and I told the people I would address it. First of all, I did a virtual seminar from the Dallas Public Library. They had 2 young doctors that are doing their residency to speak to, I think the highest number in the chat was 40. The Zoom meeting was 48 people, and we registered for it. And I don't know how I got on the list, but somebody sent me an email, and I signed up for it. And it was very interesting, and it straightened out a lot of things to me. It broke food down in a real simple way to understand that if you want to become vegetarian or vegan, you could. A lot of people say they can't do it because it doesn't have enough protein in the diet. But they broke down all of the foods, and we as gardeners can grow, and we don't have to have a whole lot of meat. Because most meat is, especially if it's smoked, like a smoked turkey leg, wing, or whatever, we always was told, make it more healthy, because most of us grew up on ham hocks and pig feet and that type of thing, and we learned how to cook because of our heritage and our culture. We were given the scraps, and we learned how to prepare it and make it tasty, but that didn't make it healthy, okay? So we smoked our meats. We had smokehouses. I'm talking about our ancestors. And some of you all, it's not that far back, depending on your family. Because some people in this room right now probably grew up on the farm. I know my husband did. 38-acre farm. So they smoked all their meat. As a matter of fact, my sister's late husband is was my husband's cousin. And he started having seizures. I think he was about in his 30s. He started having seizures. And they ran all kind of tests on him. They said he had a small tumor in his brain. Well, when they went in to do the removal of the tumor, it wasn't a tumor. It was a dead tapeworm. You know how he got it? He said he knew. They used to sneak in the smokehouse and eat some of the meat before it was cured on the farm. So basically the seminar was about all of the greens and beans and fruits and vegetables that we can grow, that we can control how they are grown and what's in them. And then people kept asking questions about if, not kept asking, a couple questions about if the food is more nutritious if it's organically grown as opposed to grown by a company or big farmer or whatever. And the answer to that question is, I think both doctors agree that it's not. It doesn't change the nutritional value of the food, whether it's organic or not organic. You have to be concerned about how it is grown so that if it can have pesticides and insecticides. And I'm kind of paraphrasing what they basically said, okay? Because I'm not a doctor. But I did take a lot of notes, and I'm going to start bringing some of that information to you just a little bit, because most people in this group are here for gardening. They don't want to hear all that. So I just want to talk a little bit. Yeah, Auntie, a dead tapeworm that he probably had eaten as a child traveled through his bloodstream and ended up in his brain. Is that something? Okay. Hey, Missy, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so that's it about the products, the candle. Oh, I want to tell you one more thing. You all know I fell a week and a half ago and hurt my back. In fact, last week I couldn't get up like this without hurting. Okay? And I've really been transplanting a lot of seedlings in my garden. I dropped a video before I talked to my son today. It's out showing you how I plant my tomatoes, and I plant them a little bit different than most people. Instead of just digging a hole and dropping them down in the hole, I dig a hole twice the size of the plant, and I put it horizontal, and then I cover it up, and then I lightly bend the seedling. So instead of it staying like this, it's erect like this, and then I cover it up. And that way, your roots grow out all the way round. Make sense? And I mean, they get 7 and 8 feet tall. Don't believe me? Go look at my playlist for peppers and tomatoes. And I want to tell you that I only put eight tomato plants in that 4x8 bed. And I can get 16 plants in that bed. Because if going by the square foot gardening method, you could put 1 tomato plant per square foot. But I only put 4 because I'm not doing emergency garden this year. And it's just me and my children, my senior citizen friends. I don't need that much. So I spread it out, and I planted more basil and marigolds. And then I showed you how I overwintered basil. I'm sorry, marigolds. So go check that video out. My throat is really, really dry on my skin. And this is ginger water from Whole Foods. I love it. It's my new thirst quencher. And if you didn't know, ginger is very easy to grow because you can start it on the inside. And it's very soothing to your digestive system. Okay? And, oh, Barb said she saw the new video. Thank you, whoever that was, H.A. Safa. Thank you. So I challenge you to try my method for the tomatoes. I don't do it with peppers. And let's see, Robbie Island Duncan said she's going to try it with beans. You really don't have to with beans because they're so small. Okay? You can try it and then let me know what happened. Okay? I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying I don't see the reason to do that. because beans don't create roots all the way up the vine like tomatoes do. Tomatoes can grow roots at the top if it has some soil it can grab somewhere. And so when I made those, when I buried those tomato plants, I removed all those lower stems. Make sense? Okay. But try it, Robbie. I mean, that's how I came up with that burying it horizontal. I don't think I seen anybody do that. If I did, it was in my subconscious and it came out. But I don't think so. I don't see this. Okay. Antia, you are exactly right. Ginger has a lot of medical benefits. Inflammation is one of them. And I have to drink a whole lot of water because I have the same condition my son has, polycystic kidneys. But I said this before, I know I have. I've been at the same stage 3 for 13 years. I drink a lot of water. So lately, about the last 6 months or so, I've been drinking a lot of sparkling water. It has no sugar, no sodium, and it's refreshing. And another thing that will also help you with inflammation is I shared with you all, I have 5 inches bigger on this arm than this arm because my breast cancer was on this side and they took 16 lymph nodes. And sometimes if you look real close, yeah, I can see it. You'll see this is swollen here and this one isn't. But I'm used to it. It doesn't work. I've been working all day in my food forest. Okay? Now, planting those seedlings. Turmeric is the cousin to ginger. And turmeric will remove more inflammation than ginger will. Anybody know that? Hi, Mason Gone with Mama Nature. Turmeric is a wonderful, it's an herb, I guess, or spice to drink with your tea. You could make turmeric, black pepper, and milk. And I can't do lactose, so I use coconut milk. Okay? I put it in my rice. Any type of, stir fry that I'm doing, I add some. I grow it myself. Okay? And when I hurt my back, I ordered Ben Gay Prime shipping off of Amazon. I ordered the pain patch. I'm gonna tell y'all, it didn't help me. It just stunk. And the patch was soothing. It was warm and then soothing. But then I was laying in bed, in my recliner. I have one of those recliners that go all the way up and you just step out of it when you have a bad back. And I hadn't used it in a year because I hadn't had no, fall or anything. And I was thinking, I said, what happened to that pain cream? I hobbled on in here and I got on the PC because I saved everything from my company and my formula was right there. I don't mind sharing with you what's in it. Shea butter, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, powdered turmeric, and oil of wintergreen. I found it because I was talking about this last week. And somebody emailed me and I told them where to find it. And it's on Amazon. It is not the same as as potent as my mother and them used to have as a liniment back in the day. But I took out emu oil because that helps with pain. And I took out tea tree oil that in the other formula and I added hemp oil. And y'all know where it comes from. But it helps. It relaxes you and it relaxes that muscle. And I whipped all that up together in that shea butter. And I'm going to put it on my website. I'm just waiting for the jars to come in tomorrow. So you can use that when you sprain your wrist. You know what I'm saying? Or your knee. Or your back. Or you have a headache and you massage your temples. It works. And that is what those doctors were saying in that seminar today at the Zoom at the library about how pharmaceutical companies, and there might be somebody in here that was in that seminar, because somebody in my Facebook group told me that they were going to be there. They were talking about how we can heal our body by eating right from the food groups. especially herbs. And the main ones they talked about was onions, garlics, leeks, and shallots. You basically can put that in almost every dish. You know, not ice cream or cake, but you know what I mean. Any type of meat and whatever that you're cooking. You can season your food so well with parsley and basil and rosemary. We can go on all night, and you won't miss that salt. Okay? So I saw Mason gone with Mama Nature. He's gonna make hemp drinks and food. Good for you. And Robbie Island Duncan said, yes, ma'am, that hemp helps. A lady in my Facebook group sent me some Christmas before last. And I started getting a higher dosage. So when I bought it for this pain relief, I got the extra strength, and it's 3,000, whatever it is, milligrams. And the normal is like 500, but I got 3,000. I want somebody to, I'm going to give a couple of you all a small sample of that hemp. And right now, Latanya Lewis, I'm going to write your name down. I'm going to send you, email me. She said she's a kidney and heart patient. I'm going to send you that, okay, Latanya? You need to email me. I think Tia wrote the email address down. And I'm going to send you Lady Cheryl's pain cream. Lady Cheryl's pain cream. And you don't need a lot. When you use essential oils and pure bases, and you're not using petroleum jelly, you have to use a whole lot of that junk. And that stuff doesn't penetrate. It just lays up on the surface of your skin, which is your protector of your nerves endings. That's why you touch yourself, you can feel it everywhere. Skin is the largest organ of your body. A lot of people, when you say organs, they think about kidneys, they think about heart, they think, but your skin is actually an organ too. So, Latanya Lewis, I'm going to send that to you. Yes, Angela Bowden. What I was describing, and I couldn't remember the name, but I knew the ingredients, is golden milk. Yes. Have you had golden milk in it? Yeah, somebody else is talking about it. Gardening with Bernie. It incorporates, you got turmeric, but you mean turmeric, coconut milk, cayenne, and honey. I haven't put no cayenne pepper in it. I'm going to try it, because I think that'll be a good little kick. And also, cayenne pepper helps with weight loss, because spices, things that are hot, I hope I ain't talking too loud. When I get excited, I usually do that. Speeds up your metabolism. Hot peppers. Oh, and there's one more thing my mind just ran across. Bria is like me. The son, I started talking about him. He has the same condition that I have. He doesn't sleep straight 8 hours. And in the next generation of their children, my daughter's little girl, Bria, everybody knows Bria, she's the same way. If it's raining real hard, she gets a little scared. Anything that wakes her up, she's really like sleeping. She comes downstairs and tells her parents she can't sleep. The night before the first day she was going back to school, she stayed up on us all night. Something on her mind, on her heart, excited, she can't sleep. Poor teacher sent us a picture of her knocked out. And we had to explain to her, please let her get a nap, because she gets excited, and she was so excited about going to school. Okay? So somebody said they put turmeric on everything. That was Latanya. So now we're going to give you some cream, Latanya, and I want you to massage wherever you're not feeling good. Keep it out of your eyes. It's for external use only. But, yeah. So how many of you are growing ginger or turmeric? They're cousins. They grow the same way. You cannot overwinter them in zones 8 and below. You can if you live like in Florida in a real hot climate, California, somebody raising their hands. If you live in an area like me, let me go all the way down. You have to start it inside your house or in the greenhouse. I tried to grow ginger, but it cannot get it to grow. Container crops, aren't you in about Fort Worth? Is this Darren Waits? If it is, I think you in Fort Worth. That if I can grow it, you can grow it. Start it in the house or a greenhouse if you have one. Exactly, ladies. Sure, I'm applying essential oils and using a base and applying it to the bottom of your feet. Adding socks when sleep helps, as well as to get it in your system. H.A. Stoffer, you are exactly right. And gardening with cocktails, I knew it. I should have known you was going to grow some ginger. And Judy Miko, she grows it every year. Very good. I do it every other year. And I said last year I was going to grow it every year. But I harvested so much that I don't need to grow it this year. And you're growing ginger in Atlanta. Very good. A. Fisher Frontier Farms. Veggie Farms is growing ginger. Cheryl Taylor said she bought some yesterday. I think I saw Franklin. It's hard when you start scrolling with your mouse. Let me try my hand. You start scrolling with your mouse, it goes back over. Lady, sure, I have back and leg pains from past injuries. Thank you for the information on your pain. I have tried so many things. Oh yeah, you're most welcome. That's what, right, Miss Angela. The reason why we put a pinch of black pepper, because it helps to release the chemicals or the medicinal properties in the turmeric. And then that's what they call the golden milk. For those of you who are wondering why black pepper. Thank you, Angela. And if you saw my video today, I kind of felt like I was preaching, but I really wasn't. And I said, we all need to learn from each other. And you never stop learning. Because I don't remember half the stuff that I learned. It has to come to me sometime. Always strive to get better and better about your craft. Okay? She said she tried ginger. This is Hey Jay, what's next? But she couldn't get turmeric to sprout. It was either too wet and it got soggy or mushy or too cold. Try it inside your home. Is it too late to try ginger and turmeric? Depending on where you live. You can start it now, but the longer it grows, the bigger the rhizomes will be and it'll flower. But you can start it now, take it outside when it's above 75 degrees, and then when it starts getting below 75 degrees at night, bring it in the house. Put it in the sunny window. Hey, Tommy, thanks for being here. Deborah White says she just planted ginger last week. Latanya Lewis is in Alabama. She's got ginger and garlic planted. And Angela Bolden has it both. Okay, container crops, you're somebody else. I thought you were a guy named Darren Waits. Because his name is almost like your name. And your question was, let me go back to you. Container crops. I asked you to put in your grow zone because you asked me a question and I couldn't answer it. I don't know. Cheryl McCord asked for a sample. Okay, yes, ma'am, but I'm not going to be able to send everybody a sample, so please, no one else ask for it. I'm going to let you win them. Okay? Okay. I want to make sure I didn't skip anything. UT say he has bought ginger and it's growing in his bathroom. So they tried to take over. That's good to know. Byron McCain's growing it inside. Container crops. I think that's what, you said you haven't been able to grow it. You need to grow it inside. It's too cold. You can't put it out. You don't have spring yet. Ramona is growing both of them. Somebody said they watched. Turmeric is coming up from last spring. Now, I saw a guy in Australia. I think it was Australia. He overwinters it. Okay, I am not trying now. I tried to grow it last summer in 100-degree weather. I've grown it in 100-degree weather, but I put a shade cloth on it. You might want to consider doing that. Okay. Yeah, Tommy, you can get it right out of Whole Foods or grocery store. I prefer organic ginger because I don't want the chemicals. I don't know what people have used. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about is sweet potatoes. I've been getting a lot of questions about sweet potatoes. And look at my last few videos about sweet potatoes. I can grow some big sweet potatoes, some monsters. And they want to know how I started my slips. Last year, I wasn't going to grow any sweet potatoes because I had a lot of them already canned and froze. So I ordered at the last minute off of eBay some sweet potato slips. But they're very easy to start. I even have a video on how I found something sprouting in my pantry, and I just put them in some soil. And that was about June or July. If you go back and look at that, how to grow sweet potatoes from store-bought sweet potatoes. That's the name of the video. And it's one of my biggest amount of hits video. And so what I did was I put it in some soil, and then all those little roots that were trying to shoot out, they started making leaves. And in this video, I showed you I took a milk bottle because my daughter had bought them for a birthday party, and it has like a narrow opening here, and then it goes out, like a milk bottle. And then I put those leaves in the water, and I rooted them right outside. And then every few days, I would pull out the slips to see if they have some roots, and then I just put them in the soil, and it ended up being an amazing crop. Now, you also can start them inside your home in a little bottle. I see people putting toothpicks in them to keep them not going too far down in the container. I saw a lady just save some and let them start growing little, it's called chits, C-H-I-T-S, and she just cut those little pieces off and just put them in the dirt. So there are a lot of ways. If you're going to grow sweet potatoes this year, you need to start your slips now. Okay? I ordered me some. Because this is how I feel about it. I got all this hair and skincare stuff, and I had Bria, and I'm trying to do my garden, and I had 200 starts that I was trying to keep alive. I decided there's some things I'm just going to buy. And those things are the sweet potato slips. And I should have planted my eggplant. I kind of forgot about them. And then I ordered these seeds, and I'm just be honest with you, I don't even feel like doing it because I got so many seedlings still I got to put in the ground and find containers for. I think I will treat myself and buy the sweet potato slips and some, I like Black Beauty eggplants. And so when you grow 200 seedlings, you can splurge a little bit and buy a few starts. Okay? Because in my area, it's very difficult for me to grow brassicas unless I bring it in the house. And after I get all of my equipment all put up and for the next winter, I don't feel like bringing it all back out. So I buy, for my fall and winter garden, I buy my cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. And then everything else I direct sow. But this year, the pandemic was on. I couldn't find nothing that looked like nothing. Broccoli, cauliflower, and what else, guys? Cabbage. So I didn't grow any. I had enough. I had enough chow chow. I had enough slaw. I had enough stuff froze. So this year I will buy those. So you think about what is difficult for you to grow because of your heat or the cold, and then you determine what's difficult for me to grow because of where I live. And I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it's very hard for me to do it. I'm going to buy those slips. And everything else that I grow, I can do it pretty good. So I save money that way. UT, I told you all this when I was sharing. He's in here. When I was sharing all the seeds that he sent me. Nobody but God would have known that I needed those seeds that he sent me. So right now I have 4, 6, 4, 8. I think I got 16 pepper plants. They're just real little seedlings because I started them late. I didn't know that we were going to have a 3-degree temperature and it was going to wipe all of my peppers out. My 5-year-old plant, my 2-year-old plant, and all those beautiful peppers. So he sent me those extra seeds, and I have some, but it gave me it put a little more excitement in it to try something new and try something different. Okay? So I was very happy to get those seeds from U2 33200. He and Angel and Kiddo. And so, yeah, he's saying right here, don't be afraid to buy starts, new and old gardeners. Each year is unpredictable, and with all the challenges, then sprouts can be a huge save. Support your local nursery and farmers market. I say that all the time. So, some people work outside of the home. Whose video was that I saw? I think it was gardening and cocktails. She was in here earlier. I think she went out to the greenhouse and the tomatoes was fried. They died because it gets so hot in there very quick. So she had some more. Thank goodness. But what do you do if you're working and you go home and you come in and then all your seedlings are dead? You don't just give up gardening that year. If you don't have enough time to start some more, you go ahead on and you buy you some. And everybody can't grow seeds or from seeds. Some people, like I said, their job or, I don't know, they just don't have that instinct to do it. But that doesn't mean they're not a good gardener. I love it. I love growing for seeds because I get excited about the changes that it makes and how I can identify them after you do it over and over again. I didn't always grow from seed. Not when I was working. I might have sprinkled some spinach, some lettuce, some collard greens, some mustard. But I didn't grow tomatoes from seeds. I didn't grow peppers from seeds. I didn't grow any herbs from seeds. I started doing that maybe about 15 years ago. And then totally, almost everything I tried to grow from seed after I retired. Thank you. Thank you so much, Best Yet. She put the link showing you how I grow my sweet potatoes. Spinach and cucumbers. Gardening and cocktails with joy. Sha-na-na. It's exciting. Man. If you all want to see a ginger harvest, go over and look at Shanana's playlist. It was massive. I was watching it on my phone, and then I let it go to my TV, so I didn't want to miss nothing. It was phenomenal. It was just beautiful. Shanana, what did you do with all that ginger? Tommy says she have her own stars. Yes, Tommy, I've been in your stars, but you're going to buy some. Yeah. Yankee sister, right. That's all I used to buy with stars. This is my first year trying seedlings. Good for you, Yankee sister. That's what I did. All of my seedlings died the first time, but I just did it again. You don't give up. That's right. Thank you, Rhonda. So I ordered me 25 slips off of eBay, a merchant on eBay. I never give that out because I don't want you to get a bad experience and you say, Miss Cheryl, Lady Cheryl can send you over there. When you buying off of eBay and Etsy, look at the reviews, especially on eBay, because eBay goes through PayPal. It's part of their company. And if you're not happy, contact the merchant. Usually they will work with you and send you another whatever you ordered because they don't want a bad review. So I don't order from anybody that have 98% or below. No. 97% below average. Look how long they've been in business. Look at how many neutral reviews they get. Look how many bad ones they get. So if they are a really good merchant and they are concerned and have integrity, and you tell them that I can send you a picture of what this look like, they will work with you. Tommy B says she has some slips growing. I think I should root them now because they are pretty tall. Oh, yeah. Should I pull up a sweet potato and throw it away and reuse the soil? No. It'll keep growing more slips. Just cut off the leaves, put them in water, and let them root. Okay, Tommy B? So whoever asked me that question, there was 2 people emailed me, and I said, I'll talk about it tonight in the chat. Oh, you're welcome. Talking about not giving up. I have burn or bend. Cheryl's Pearls. Okay. She's going to do it again. The other thing I want to talk about is a young lady in my gardening group. She bought, I think it was a Meyer lemon. That's how it looked from the seeds. I don't think she said it, but look from the leaves. It looks like it's a Meyer lemon. And she said that and I'm not going to call her name out because I don't want to embarrass nobody. And some people don't have thick skin. She said she got it, she bought it, and she put it in potting soil, and she watered it, and then she gave it some fertilizer, and it looked real limp. So the first thing I noticed from the picture in my Facebook group, and by the way, if you join my group, it's the same name as my YouTube channel. If you don't answer the questions, I will not let you in. Because the people in this group are a bunch of serious, not a bunch, I don't want a big group, because you have a lot of drama. But people that are in this group are serious. That's all I want to deal with, somebody that's serious. Instead of asking me every little question, they're not serious. And then I say something like, well, this is not happening now, but it used to. And I would say, well, how long have you been gardening? Oh, I never did this before. You're going to go from never did this before to planting corn, and then you want me to give you step-by-step instruction. You've got to do your research. So I asked these 3 questions, and they're real simple. I want to know if you are a member of or subscribe to my YouTube channel, how long you've been gardening, and what do you like to grow? So you can't tell me you like to grow tomatoes, peppers, and collard greens, and then you ask me a question about tomatoes, peppers, and collard greens, but you like to grow them. So you should research, right? I don't want to come across as fussing because I'm not. I'm just saying, when you're real busy, you want people that are for real. Okay, Tamar Taylor says she has some slips growing in some straw. It jumped again. I hate it when it does that. Hope that works this year. I've seen people do it, Tamar. Let us know. I've seen people grow regular white potatoes in straw. Okay? All right. Thank you, Antia. So if you want to join the Facebook group, please answer the questions. Talk about not giving up. I have tried 3 years to grow ginger. 9B, you right there where it should grow. Now this year she got it growing everywhere. Practice make perfect. And my hat goes off to you, Miss Washington. I've told you all over and over and over, I killed some fruit trees. That's how I learned how to grow them. I killed them. That's the best lesson. You buy something, you kill them. You buy another one, you kill it again. Okay, you're going to figure out what you did wrong. And what I did wrong was I bought these bare root trees. I dug a hole, stuck them in the hole. A couple times I put fertilizer on it. And I'm going to get back to that lady with the lemon. And it didn't need any fertilizer. I buried them too deep in the hole, like the peach trees. They don't like wet feet. And I planted the wrong time of year where it was a lot of rain, and my backyard was just much. So you like, who's that, Miss Washington? You don't stop. You figure out what you did wrong and try it a different way. So I started not putting them in the ground and put them in containers. And right now I have 2 beautiful, they bud now. Y'all just wait till y'all see my video on my fruit trees. Yeah, I lost some, but I got a lot of them looking beautiful. And so I have 2 Red Haven, 1 regular rootstock, 1 dwarf, and a Sunglow nectarine. And they are in a raised bed. I killed a cherry tree. I ain't gonna tell you how many pear trees I killed. Cherry trees don't like wet feet either. I put them in a container. I waited 3 years, and I put them 2 side by side in another raised bed. So you never give up, you never quit. Okay, let's see. How many slips would you put in each container? Good question. I bought for the emergency garden last year, I bought those 17-gallon buckets, blue buckets, and they have them in black, and they're called Mainstay, and they're 17 gallons. I put 4 slips in each one. Check out that video. They were bigger than my grandbaby's head. Not that bigger is better, but you know, I prefer having a lot of big ones than little ones. And then I had a 29-gallon, quart? Tote. I'll do a video when I plant these slips. Down here in North Texas, we plant our sweet potato slips about May. Okay, because we want it real hot. And I think I put about 4 or 5 in those. Okay? All right. Angela says she got 2 more red Texas Star hibiscus sprout this week. Now I have 3. I'm watching over. That's wonderful. Time is the most precious gift. Thank you, Eco. Eco neighbor in here? I didn't see him. Thank you for being here. Okay, who's growing black pepper? Did I read black pepper? Or I just read pepper? Oh, pepper. Okay. I love tea. I love all different type of teas, Tommy. I love mint. Be careful about mint, because mint planted in a container or a raised bed that you don't mind it taking over. Because it's going up under my raised bed now. And I got to really get in there and work on that. I just started my sweet potatoes in a plastic container, filled it halfway with moist seed starting mix. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. That Mainstay container is what I have. Veggie Farm. Okay. Okay, so now I talked about, got to wrap up the lemon tree. So what I told that, I made a bed for them, but I'll keep my eye on them. Okay. Deborah White said, do you pull up your greens if they start to flower? I cut them off to slow it down, but I want one or two to go to flower so I can get the seeds. Because those flowers will turn into seeds. Okay? If you go back and you look around October, my canning video of mixed greens, I showed you how I harvested them, how I cleaned them, how I cooked them, and how I pressure canned them. And I have made up my mind I'm going to eat some greens every single day after attending that seminar. Because it'll help you with your cardiovascular, blah, blah, blah. As long as you don't put all that bacon and grease and all that fat in there. Okay? Okay. My bay leaf is doing wonderful. I got both of them out in the greenhouse, one my daughter's and mine. They are doing great. I put them in a nicer size pot. Okay. Thank you, moderators. It's very important, guys, about if you hit that like button. Because if you have 800 people in the chat and then you only got 2 people like it, it's kind of embarrassing. Don't embarrass me. Okay. I'm just going back. Because I went back and I looked at the replay last week and I missed a lot of questions. I want you all to know sometimes it goes by so fast. That's why I asked, did anybody know of that software that you could put on where you can start pinning questions as soon as you see it? Okay? But I'm going to find it. I'm going to investigate it. Shana, were you in here? I hope you're not mad at me, but I'm putting my camera up for sale. GoPro. I told people to email me if they want to buy it. I tried, Shana, and I know you was willing to help me and blah, 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 but it's just too complicated for me. And my son told me, Mama, you don't need that. I keep calling him, I tried this, and so, Mama, I'm trying to tell you, that camera, you don't need that. And he convinced me. I was intimidated by it, but then, I really worked with it. So it's not for me. Oh, I love you too, UT, Angel, and Kiddo. Thank you so much. And Myra says she got sweet potatoes slips all over the place. They sprouted from my harvest. I cut them off, ate the sweet potato slits. I put in water 3 days. Then they had like 12 inches. Great, great, great. Thank you, Timor. Okay, now let's get back to the lemon tree. And this applies to all fruit trees, what I've learned. And I tell anybody, the person that mentored me to grow fruit trees is Lead Farmer 73. In fact, he is the person that named me Lady Cheryl. My company name was Cheryl's Organic Products or something like that. Something like that. I'm sorry. Cheryl's Organic Food Products and Cheryl's Products. And he just kept calling me Lady Cheryl, every time we would communicate and I would have a question. And this is what I'm getting ready to tell you. I learned this about this lemon tree, and he told me it applies to all trees. You buy a tree, and most of you buy them not bare root, you buy them in a container. You don't know how long they've been in the store. You don't know what they were given or fed or whatever. But they've been inside the store or outside the store. You get it home. And by the way, when you bought the tree, you start buying some potting mix, vermiculite, fertilizer, whatever you think the tree needs. And that's the worst thing to do. What you need to do is let that tree sit there for a couple of days and get acclimated to wherever you're going to put it. All right? Then you're going to put it in a pot, but you don't want to put it in a gray big pot, so it's going to have a whole lot of water in the pot to keep the roots real damp, especially a citrus tree. They don't like to be real wet. Then you put the tree in new potting mix, and most potting mix have slow release fertilizer in it. And then you add more fertilizer to it. So you shocked it when you moved it out of its original home. You didn't give it a chance to get adjusted. Then you threw it in a new behind pot. Y'all know I want to say the other word. And then you put some more fertilizer in it. You don't need no fertilizer the first year. It needs to get accustomed or acclimated to the new environment, it needs to concentrate on just making roots. Because you don't even want no fruit the first year. And most times you don't get no fruit until 3 or 4 years, depending on what kind of rootstock it's growing on. Okay? So this is what Land Farmer told me to do. And he tell everybody to do. I don't think he told me particularly to do this, but I heard him saying this. Starve it. You done gave it too much food and too much water. I can look at that picture, young lady. I'm not calling your name out. And it was real limp. Let it dry completely out. Okay? I don't care if it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let it dry all the way out. He said, choke it. Like it's on life support. I got some water. I don't think Led did it like that, but I'm just adding my little part. I need some water. I need a drink. And then when it looks like it's almost bone dry, put your finger down in there. And they even have meters that you can buy off of Amazon and all other kind of stores. But just take something and put it down in there and put your finger down as far as you can go and make sure it's bone dry. Then you water it. And don't give it no more fertilizer, please, for the first year. Another thing you can do, you can't take it out of the pot, rinse it off. I know it sounds crazy, but you can. And then just put it in some topsoil and not a potting mix. Maybe half potting mix and half topsoil. Because you don't need that fertilizer in that potting mix. Does that make sense to anybody? And does that make sense? Because it makes a whole lot of sense to me. Okay, all right, we're moving on. Okay, Tony, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. One more question. Do you think take root would work? Take root. Is that a root stimulator? I'm not familiar with that. But I'll move on to the next question. If you can tell me what it is, I'll go back to it. Angela Davis Coleman. Thank you. Bless your heart. You want to know what you do for fungus gnats? Okay. When I start my seed starting mix, I started with neem oil. Pure cold pressed neem oil, boiling water. Right, guys? Mix it up. The neem oil in that water will kill the gnat eggs that might be in there. So I don't have any gnats. You say, you don't have no gnats? I didn't have no gnats out of all of those 200 seedlings I started. Until, you have to wait for the rest of the sentence. I didn't have any gnats until I potted them up. Now, because you have worm castings and mycorrhizal fungi and other additives in your potting mix that you don't want to kill with boiling water, I didn't sanitize the potting mix. So what started happening in a few weeks? I started getting some gnats. But I controlled it with those yellow sticky papers. Okay? And you can get a sheet at Amazon, or you can get it already pre-cut. I've seen some that have look like a little leaf. You can stick it down in the plant. And I even one time bought the little lights. And it's like a little circle like this. It has a little light bulb in it. And on the bottom, it has sticky paper, like the yellow paper, but it was white. And you cut all the lights off, and you leave that one on. They fly to the light, and then they rest down on the sticky paper, and they get caught. But my method of watering my seedlings is you water them from the bottom. And I use the 2 solo cups. Everything's outside. I'm going to try to demonstrate it. With my labels for my candles. Good. Pretend this is real tall. So I use a clear cup, and you all have been here with me for a while, y'all know. Let's pretend this is the clear cup. And it has some little holes on the bottom that you cut in. And then I use the red cup, right? When I watered the seedlings, when they were in the house, every single time, I took it out, put about 1 inch of water here, put it in here, and let it wick its way up. This is after they get established and you're potting them up. So you don't have all that wet, dark, damp place at the surface of your seedlings where the gnats will multiply. Okay? And then I started hanging the slips. I looked over there like the shelves are all still over there, and they're not. They're back in the grow room. So how do you control gnats? When you first plant your seedlings, sanitize your seed starting mix with boiling water and a little neem oil. 2, after they break through and they're a couple weeks old, then you start watering them from the bottom. Pot them up out of those 6-pack, 6 sales. Pot them up, put them in the cup, do a double cup. Now, am I still watering from the bottom? No, they're outside. They're outside in the greenhouse. The greenhouse panel is open. Excuse me, guys. I got to check the temperature because I got to know if I got to put the panel back up in the front. No, I don't have to do it. It's going to be 54 degrees tonight. So good. I don't have to go out there and do that. So now that they're in the greenhouse and the windows are up with screens and the whole front panel is off. I don't have one of those greenhouses where you zip and roll it up. I have one that clips. I took the whole panel down. I showed it in the video I posted today. So I got all kind of flies and gnats and anything else running in there. So I just got to deal with it. And the way I deal with it, I put an oscillating fan on them. Because the gnats don't have a chance to mate and do whatever they need to do on top of that soil if every couple seconds the fan is coming back. Make sense? And also, it toughens them up. Now that I have moved my seedlings to the greenhouse and we have been having 70-degree weather, I have to water them twice a day. I got to get them out of these solo cups quick. And you just check out my latest video and you'll see what I'm doing with those. Okay, I'm experimenting with growing cauliflower, celery. Oh, with regrowing cauliflower and celery. They have new green leaves and they're growing. Good for you. Didn't work for me. Maybe I kept mine too wet. I just rather sow the seeds. But I've seen people do it. And I don't hope I didn't discourage you, Tanya Lewis, because there are a lot of people that regrow food that they buy. But I did it. Maybe I just had too much on my plate, and I think I've overwatered them and they got real soggy. Okay, hey, what's next? I'm brand new and I've never planted a seed. I've been planting from the small plant transplant. I bought seeds and plant on train though. Check out my seed starting mix, starting playlist. I mean, I make it simple. Who is that? Poor Farmer 76. He said, first time he watched my video, he said, who is this lady talking and I don't see her face? I just see a close-up on her hands. And he said, then he just started watching. He does like this all the time. And he said, I started watching and then I realized that's her skill set. Her skill set is to demonstrate. Because see, I'm a visual learner. If you put me outside around some beautiful flowers and a book, I could stay there all day and read. But if I came in the house, I'll think about what I need to be doing in this house, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I lose time just reading and being around nature because I'm a visual learner. And when I have that ambiance and that special place that I have outside that I've created, and all of you all should have a special place. If you're a gardener, you need to have one little part of that garden where it's just yours. Okay? And that's my gazebo. Anybody watch my video today and notice that I repurposed some of those steel rods that was in that gazebo? I'm going to use them for stakes for my tomato plants. Okay? Thank you, sister. She's going over to Shannon Nana's house to get some of that ginger, probably. Okay. Yes, gone. Mason gone with Mama Nature. Tell them to do your research. Love it. Yeah, research first. Don't join Facebook groups and Facebook groups just to ask questions. It's okay to ask, but do some of your research. Lady Cheryl, for lettuce in 8A Oh, am I too late to start seeds? No, ma'am. They grow real fast. And you can just spread them in whatever broadcast or wherever you're going to sow them, whether you're going to put them in a container or whatever. I just started some, just to be starting a lot of, well, shouldn't say it like that. I started some because I had it and I had the room to do it. But I just started some more seeds in one of those little grow boxes that I have on those horses with wood, and I just broadcast them. You should see the tatsoi that Bria and she almost had a heart attack. Saturday, she and Brian came. Y'all saw them in the video, and they peeled weeds and stuff. And when I showed her the tatsoi, she couldn't believe they grew that fast. Just that 1 week that she was in school. Since the last time she saw them. Time is the most precious gift. That's right. And I don't like nobody wasting it either. Just started my golden acre cabbage, vate collards, and dwarf blue kale seeds in 4 sales pack each. All right. And those are very easy to grow. Now for me, cabbage is a little bit harder. I can't grow cabbage seeds and then put them out because we're going to have hot weather super fast and they're going to bolt. So that's why I don't grow cabbage in the spring. Some people can, I can't. You know? So those are things that I'm going to buy from here on out. Okay. Yes, she did, and that's why I'm taking my time with the tree. Laugh out loud. I missed something. Y'all having a conversation. What was it, best yet? What I missed? Lazy Liz Life says she's super late. No, you're okay, girlfriend. You can always watch the replay. Angela Davis Coleman, I do too. I had some last year's, my first year. I got a big harvest, but they were very small. This year, I will be leaving them in longer. I assume you're talking about turmeric. And that'll be a good idea. I already answered the question about how many would you put in each container. If you don't kill a plant 3 times, you don't know that plant. I like the way you think. I killed some tomato plants too. Should I tell them? No, don't tell them. No, I'm gonna tell you. I put tomato plants. It's embarrassing. About 3 transplants, and I had like about a 20-gallon pot. I didn't put any holes in the pot. Any drainage holes. Came home from work and they was just like laying all like soup, laying down. What the hell? Then I realized I didn't put any drainage holes. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that if it rained, it wouldn't rain that much. It'll just water them. I don't know what I was thinking, but I killed them. Growing sweet potatoes in the grow bag. I've done that too, Linda. Okay. Fayette, that's a pretty name. I purchased transplants from a local greenhouse and experienced poor yields. Summer 2020, what a waste of money. So I'll be growing from seeds this year. Now, Fayette, it doesn't mean, don't get mad at me when I'm getting ready to say. Doesn't mean there was anything wrong with your plants that you bought from the nursery. You could have did something to them. Like the lady with the lemon tree and gave it too much fertilizer, too much water. Doesn't mean that there was something wrong with them. Okay? But I do agree with you. Growing from seeds will save you a lot of money. And if some die, oh well, you can start some more. Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't skip anything because I missed a whole lot of people. Question last week. I don't pull up any greens, Deborah White. I did answer your question about the flowers. But I learned something that I used to do in my 40s or 50s. I used to pull up the whole thing and harvest the whole thing. What I do is I cut it off. I got one of those machetes, and I just cut it off. Or I just pick around if they're tender. And that way you don't have nasty, messy greens with a lot of dirt in it. Okay? All right. Okay. Now, if you are a content creator like YouTube and Lazy Lives Life and Best Yet, please, please, please put your gardening zone and the thing you think you are, not think, the thing you are, the best thing that you grow. You know what I mean? That you have success with. So, please, Angela Busy Bee Garden and Homestead, I know you're good at seedlings, growing food from seeds, but you may think it's something else. Tanya Lewis said, last year was my first year gardening. I planted some of everything, but I lost a lot because I didn't. Girl, you were me. I didn't put drainage holes in my pots. I knew to put drainage holes, but I didn't think it was going to rain that much. But you live and you learn. You can never take a chance. Auntie is right. She just said that. We live and we learn. Can you still start tomatoes, peppers, eggplants from seeds now, or is it too late? Butterlight, where are you? Okay? While she's telling me where she is right now, I just want to shout out like Angela Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. She's in zone 7A, and her specialty is brassica. Oh, I thought I just said it, Miss Washington. I said I grew sweet potatoes in a bag. She said, I'm glad you know it can be done. I asked that. I must have missed it, and I was going back. No problem. Not intentionally overlooking you. Okay, Judy, 6 melons, kiwi, Concord grapes. Where are you, Judy? Tommy's Homestead and Garden is in Zone 8A, South Carolina, and she's doing a lot of seedlings. And she's good at jalapeno peppers. Gardening with Cocktails, Zone 7A. Tomatoes, I think that's what I saw. Yes. Butterlight 100, she's right here in Dallas. Am I subscribed to your channel, Butterlight? If I'm not, I will be by tonight. Hey, G. Smith, I'm glad you're here. Are you a content creator? I think you are. Please put your zone and what your specialty of growing is. Helena Tyler, I'm gonna check you out too. She's in zone 8B, eggplant, okra, and cucumbers. And Judy is in 6A. And Judy likes to grow melons, kiwi, and Concord grapes. And Pat G is in zone 8, and you grow rhubarb. Never grown it. And I heard rhubarb and strawberries make real good pies. Denise Backyard Garden. I think I watched your channel today. Cherry tomatoes and okra. Man, I love to eat okra and tomatoes, period. Gardener 99 is in New Orleans, zone 9. I'm going to check you out. Angels Love Garden. I think I checked you out today. I'm going to write it down again. Deborah White, you have a YouTube channel? If so, where and what do you like to grow? Pat G. Smith, I'm subscribed to you. You're in Alabama, grow 8. Zone 8, and you like to grow, root beer. Oh, okay. Butterlight, is it too late to start tomatoes, pepper, eggplants from seed here and down? Yes. Yes. The reason why I say that is because I'm planting yesterday and today, and I started in January, and it's March. I will harvest all of my tomatoes by the second week in June, providing God let the weather stay the way it is. Because, we don't have control over the weather. If I were you, I would buy some starch, sweetie. Butterlight 100. I would buy starch if I was you. Tony B, this is my first year growing. I'm doing pretty well at bell peppers, eggplants, collards, greens, onions, and okra. My beefsteak tomatoes are doing well, but not the DT cup one. DT cup. The drinking cup? Okay, I don't know what you're saying about the DT cup. Dollar Tree cup one? Okay. Whatever's not doing well, try another route. Take notes. Put it in your gardening journal. Harry Hands in the dirt. He's in 7B and he loves to grow cucumbers, tomatoes, greens, and melons. I don't grow cucumbers anymore and melon. I've been giving those seeds away. Because with my company, I have to downsize a little bit. So the stuff I don't really eat a lot or take up a lot of space, with those 50 fruit trees I got there, used to have 60. Okay, best yet? Okay. Best yet, I already talked about you. But what zone are you in? New Ark Gardener. I think I was looking for your channel today. I think I saw you in Poe Farmer's chat, and I did a screenshot, and I couldn't find you. I don't know if I did or not, be honest. New Ark. Oh, I think I spelled it A-R-C. Okay, we got it. After I get my orders out tonight, I will check your thing. Shanana, I watch everything that you do. AB, she loves playing everything. Shanana, my mother didn't garden. My grandparents did. So that was instilled with me helping my grandparents. Oh, I love them so much. And this was before permanent press clothes. So she would pay us a quarter for every laundry basket. And we didn't do plastic back in those days, in the 60s. And there wasn't permanent press. So you have to put that starch or sizer, and she would do that and boil it in a circle, put it in a laundry bag, and everything was in a ball. And you take it out, and you have to iron the collar and the crease and blah, 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 blah. And the sheets had to be ironed because there wasn't no permanent press. Polyester or whatever they put in there to keep it wrinkle-free. People don't iron sheets today. They don't iron like we did in the olden days. And so that's how I started working with my grandparents, my grandmother. Then I graduated to the garden, and I could pull weeds like you see Brian and Bria doing. And then she taught me about pruning the roses and how to cut them on an angle and before the little knots, that love of gardening. Where am I going with this? Shanana's parents have a lot of land and beautiful garden. I was watching one of her videos. It kind of brought tears to my eyes because it reminded me of my grandparents. They didn't have that much land, but they farmed like that in the city, in Indiana. They had Big Daddy had a roll of collard greens, a roll of turnip. Everything was so neat. And all across the border was my grandmother's roses. Wow. So Shanana grows everything, and she is blessed that she learned a whole lot from her parents. Usually, in this generation, this age, parents didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They wait till they got, like me, retired, and they got really into it. But she's blessed. Because she went over there, I'm showing you. She shared a lot of stuff that her mother was growing. It was just beautiful. Okay, we're back. We're back. It was buffering. Dollar Tree cups. That's what I thought, Tony B. I've used some of those cups and I had no problems with them. Okay? But I was saying Veggie Farm before, we were buffering. If you can grow, you're going to conquer tomatoes, conquer peppers too. Buy you a couple pepper plants. You'll never regret it. Because they grow very similar as far as the way they grow up and out. They have leaves, and then they put on a flower, and then the flower turns into a fruit, because peppers and tomatoes are fruit. And peppers, you don't have to blanch them. In other words, if you don't can, all you have to do is just cut the top off, slice it down the middle, pour out that white little rib in there, and the seeds. Rinse it off so you don't have seeds. And then just chop them up, dice them up, or strip them up, or freeze them whole. You don't have to do anything but put them in the freezer. That's why I love peppers so much. Okay? Please let me know if you're going to do that, Veggie Farm. And Clausen World. Oh, you batting 100, girl. Where's Clausen World? See, I hate it when it jumps. What happened to Clausen World? Oh, she's speaking. Okay, and check out Clausen World's channel. What zone are you in? And Hoyt Robinson, you have a channel? I didn't know that. And she loves to grow okra. Celery, no, it is not too late to plant marigolds from seeds anywhere. They grow real fast. Angela Davis, I'm in zone 5. I like to grow greens, cabbage, squash, zucchini, tomatoes, and strawberries. This year, a lot more flowers. Arabs have started song. That must be some mistyping from seeds right now, and I in the window under the few grow lights. Okay, good. I'm gonna do a video either Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm gonna show you what my strawberries look like. You are gonna be amazed. I'm not gonna give it away. Remember, it had about 10 inches of snow on it, and it was 3 degrees outside. I'm gonna show you what they look like. Yeah, Auntie, they are doing it. They are really doing it. It really makes me proud. Unicorn Lady Tech. She posted an update to her garden. I don't know if I checked it out. Okay, and she's in 8-8 in Anna, Texas. I think I did. I'll try. And guys, y'all know I got a lot of subscribers. So if I can't watch the whole video, I'm going to do the best I can. It depends. Thank God they're still with me. Yes, you are so blessed. My daughter, colleague, parents are in their 70s. And she went and got them and brought them to the Dallas area with her so she could help see about them during COVID, while they were distancing, isolating, and all that stuff. And I told my daughter, tell her that is a blessing to still have her parents. Angela Davis Coleman is still cold here, right side of Chicago. Yeah, girl, you all are catching it, Angela Davis Coleman. I spoke with my brother this morning on the prayer line, and he was saying he hoped that snow from Colorado go back where it came from. You all having a lot of snow. Somebody said they've been growing lemon trees since 2020 from store-bought. I'm in Mesquite, Miss Cheryl. Okay, Kim. Do you have Kim apostrophe stage 52? You have a YouTube channel? And speaking of lemon trees, I think mine are gone. Ones that got too cold during the Arctic freeze. I'm not throwing them out or anything yet. I'm still going to let them sit there. I just moved them, well, Brian did, move them where the bananas. And I think my bananas are gone too. I don't see any life. But I'm not discouraged. I'm not upset. It is what it is. That's what UT was saying. There's nothing wrong with buying starch, and you can grow all the seeds you want, and you don't know what's going to happen. You might have strong high winds, and something just come and rip them apart, so you don't know what's going to happen. So I'm not going to give up. Lady Cheryl, okay, that. Pat G. Smith, did you enjoy the tea? Okay, I don't know what that is about. Kim, okay, you have a channel, but it's slow and you're going to catch up. Okay, Deborah Smith. Hey, Deborah, do you have a channel? She's in San Diego. Yeah, Clausen World, you've been getting hit hard with the cold weather and the snow, so yeah. We just don't know. I'm going to let them stay like that until the end of April. If I don't see nothing by April, I'm going to get mulch it. Wood chip it up. Okay. Good night, New Art Gardener. Oh, somebody late to the party. Garden Master 242. If you have a channel, let us know. We calling out every content creator, and you're going to put your zone and what you like to grow. Okay. All right. And we know about Angela's busy bee. Yes, I'm going to do a video about the tea. Oh, okay. Good, Angela. Very good. Yeah, you're right, Growing with Donnie. Constant World worked very hard on the lemon tree, too. You can tell, when you watch my videos, you can tell I work real hard, too. It's a lot of us. People think that the work is real easy and they just want you to gimme, but they don't want to come over and help. I don't mind for senior citizens. But if you young, able-bodied person can't come and give me a hand, I'm sorry. You need to start your garden. You had plenty of time during this pandemic to learn how to do it. Have you all noticed everywhere you go or everywhere on commercials or Facebook, people are posting stores that never carried gardening stuff before are carrying more of it or just some of it, period. It's just a lot. Growing with Donnie, I also have a channel. It's new here in Washington. Growing with Donnie. Okay, somebody asked me to recommend a plant that is easy to grow in low to no sunlight. I love your name, Bougie Pepper. I would say kale, Swiss chard, collards, most of those green things that don't have a root or bear fruit. Okay? And you can even put in Google, and this is not a dig either about what we were talking earlier. You can put in Google what plants to grow in mostly shade. And it'll come up. Because I've read a lot of articles on those. Okay. Garden Master 242 has a channel. I think I wrote it down. Garden Master 242. I saw a commercial today from a grocery store talking about gardening supplies. Yeah, it's everywhere, Angel. It's everywhere. People are really getting into this because they're fine. And we learned a lesson. We learned a valuable lesson in Texas. Don't be dependent on the power companies, electricity and gas in a storm. The next thing that I purchase that's going to be a heavy duty, when I sell this camera, I'm going to buy solar generator. So if I can't do nothing else, I can turn on a couple small heaters in my greenhouse should that happen again. Okay? And then I do have the ceramic unglazed pots and the candle thing. And I even bought some cheap candles for that. Yeah, that's not going to happen to me again. As soon as I sell this, I will be showing you all the generator that I buy. Solar power. Okay, Kim, oh, your greens died in the freeze, but Kim was still stay. Yeah. In my video today, I showed you the Swiss chard, rainbow Swiss chard. Had all that snow on. Everything else died. The little stuff I had in there, but the collard greens still there, and the Swiss chard. And I had, is that fabric or is that a net? You better not be embarrassing me when I say I don't have nets. Okay, I purchased a property for my new home, but I'm enjoying gardening on the lot before the construction starts. That is wonderful. Congratulations. That is awesome. Good. At home with Sharice, her plants are thriving in zone 4B in the snow today. Somebody said, oh, you're terrible with those plants you just named? They're easy. Greens are the easiest thing to grow. You don't need a pollinator. You don't have to have a big, deep pot because they're shallow roots. You just try it again. You join my Facebook group, girl. Let me help you. I know that's right, Lady Cheryl, on your list to get a solar generator. I'm telling you, and I know this current's going to sell. If somebody on YouTube doesn't buy it, my son's going to put it on eBay. It'll sell. This is brand new. You got Milo blankets, too. They help retain 90% of the body heat and have multiple uses. That's good. Okay. That's it, guys. I think it's going to be a wrap. Let me go over my notes to make sure I cover everything I want to cover. Two or more candles before midnight tomorrow night. And I'll give you the free sanitizers. Don't worry about it. You don't have to order it. It'll automatically come in your product. And that will be priority mail. And there have to be 2 different scents of the candles. Okay? I went over the lemon. I got the people's name that I'm going to send the 2 samples to. And that is LaTanya and that other lady. Did I write it down? Email me. You know who you are. That lady has a lot of pain. Okay, I'm going to send you samples of that pain cream. And as soon as the jars come in, I'll put it on the website. Are there any other questions? Okay, hello from your neighbor in Houston. Also getting a solar generator. Yes. Oh, man. Houston got it bad. You got it worse than we did in North Texas. Wow. Salad as a meal. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Me too, Bougie Prepper. Yeah, we're going to get us a generator, a solar power generator. Mason's going with Mama Nature. Thank you, Tia. Y'all know my mind. Y'all know I'm a senior citizen. We have little brain freezes. Mason going with Mama Nature. Those are the 2 people for the turmeric. It's shea butter and turmeric and a lot of other stuff. Okay. Butterlight 100. What seed should we be starting now? Join my Facebook group, baby. That's too much for me to go into right now. I'm getting ready to end, and I need to know what your growing zone is, what you like to eat. Just don't grow stuff that, just to be growing it. I did that for the emergency garden, but now I'm growing what I need to stock up on. You never cease to amaze me. Keep shining. Thank you for sharing your space and energy, sending love, life, and healing and energy to your son. Thank you, Stinky Puddle Ranch. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, what's next? Cool beans. Not me, but I would take it. Oh, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Thank you for being so honest. I'll send it to you anyway. Makes sense. Mama and LaTanya. The other person will call. Because there was somebody in here from Canada that won. And she didn't even bother emailing me because she knew the postage was going to be too much. But if they really want it, they will send me the email address. Okay. Okay, Myra says she's on a solar generator right now watching you. Practicing for an emergency. All right. So, Myra, I'll email you and so you tell me which one that you got. And Poe Farmer 73 has told me about the one he has. Do you get banana plants to grow outside? Okay, she retracted that. Good night, everybody. Love you. You know that I love you and God loves you too. Bye. Looks like it doesn't want to come off. There we go. Oh, it's still going.